dressed up, but we're in a Pilates studio. Hi, everyone. This is Beverly Fells Jones, and this is
Michele, LeBlanc, Sedtal.
Okay, say it a little slower.
Michele, LeBlanc, Sedtal.
Okay, and
Yes.
that's French.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oui.
So, all right. So here we are today, and I wanted to give you a great introduction to one of our ladies that is going to be part of Dare to Grow Texas. And we are at the Pilates studio, and I'll be interjecting some pictures that I've taken of the studio and its location. But I want you to get to know Michele, just like I've gotten to know Michele, and so that you'll know her when you come to Dare to Grow Texas. I know that this show is called the Good Life Show. That's what this is part of, but we're also partnering together with the Good Life Show and Dare to Grow Texas, and it's a women's conference coming October 6th and 7th, 2017, and we want to invite you there. And through this series of videos, we are getting you to know the speakers and the board members and the people who are being a part of bringing this interactive workshop to you. All right. So, Michele, you live here in the Dallas area. Have you lived here all your life?
No, we moved here in '97 through a job relocation.
Okay.
Previously, we were living in Houston.
Okay. So, are you a Texas native?
Well, no, I was actually born in Lafayette, Louisiana, but I moved to Texas when I was 6 months old.
Okay, so you have no idea what Lafayette is other than to go back
and visit family. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so you're a Texan. I moved here in 1990, job move, and so now I'm a naturalized Texan. That's what I call myself. A friend of mine gave me this Texas passport one time. And all right, well, good. So you came here when you were 6 months old. You were in Houston, and then married in Houston.
Well, yeah, I grew up in the Beaumont-Port Arthur area, which is just kind of southwest or southeast of Houston.
Uh-huh.
And we moved to '97. Well, married in China, Texas.
Okay. Texas
Yes,
has more names: Paris,
right.
China, Pittsburgh.
I
Right.
normally say, I got married in China, and people go, they've never met my husband. They go, is he Asian? I go, no. And they go, why China? And because where we're living, it was too far to drive to Paris, to get to Paris. So, yes, there is a China,
Texas.
Yes.
Yeah, that is good. I like that.
Yes, and we got married in 1986 and moved to Houston in '92.
Okay.
And we were there until '97 until we moved here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad you moved here, because otherwise I would never have met you. So in Houston, or before you came here, when you first came here, what did you do? I mean, were you a stay-at-home mom? Were you in the marketplace?
Well, I was relocated to Houston through my job, and then within 6 months of moving there, my job went away. So it's like, yes, I was a mother of two, but what do I want to do? And I started working at a restaurant in Humble, Texas, and worked my way up as the sous chef of the restaurant, because I have a passion for cooking.
Okay.
I remember in high school, a friend of ours, we would go to the library and write out recipes, and that was always a great dream, was like working in a restaurant and preparing food. It's hard work.
Mm-hmm.
So when we moved here, my husband was working downtown, pretty much living downtown, because his job was pretty challenging, and so it's just the kids and myself, and there's no way I could work at the demanding job of a restaurant and keep track of the kids.
Kids, yes.
Yes, so that's when I hung up my chef apron, per se. And in 2001, my sister opened a compounding-only pharmacy, and I've been advocating for my sister. I'd be in the grocery store. I had that kind of face where people want to tell me their life story.
Right.
And I would say, oh, you need to go talk to my sister. And so when she opened her compounding only pharmacy, I started doing the marketing for that.
Okay.
And I would go set up lunches with the doctors because they started asking me a question. Well, what about this?
Time out.
I compound the food. She compounds the drugs.
Okay.
And if you saw the way I cook, you'd want me to compound the food and she compound the drugs.
Okay.
And so I'd set up lunch, bring her back. I'd prepare the lunch. They always remembered me. I'd walk in, they go, oh, you're the brownie lady. Yes.
Okay.
And then it was a great, we did that for 10 years, and then her pharmacy was bought up, and now she works for a company out of Houston who we would buy our chemicals from, all our drugs from.
All right.
So she gets to do the part that she really loves.
So that's how you got into the marketing side of things, okay?
Right.
And now you work with a company, or you do a company that does websites and that kind of stuff.
Right. My husband and I, we have a company called Cornerstone BTI. We provide your IT services for small to medium-sized businesses. You know, large companies, they have an IT department.
Yes.
Where if they can't print, they call up the IT person, he comes down and fixes it. Well, we do that same thing for small to medium-sized businesses. We have 8 of us full-time on staff. One of our guys that manages the help desk actually lives in North Carolina, so which is kind of interesting. That would always blow my grandmother's mind. He works for you, but he lives in North Carolina. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. So we do websites, server upgrades, help with phone installs, desktop management, all of that.
Okay. So you've got this company, but we're in a Pilates studio.
I know.
Okay. Sous chef, computers.
Yes.
Pilates.
Yes. So in 2007, I was sitting on my bed and my leg was hanging off the edge, and I felt something funny in my knee.
Okay.
And by the end of the day, there was not a position that I could put my knee in and not have pain. And I ended up having to have my knee scoped. And for the next year, I knew exactly where my knee was. My knee hurt every day. You know, I could not get out of a chair without assisting myself using my arms. Walking upstairs, I had to, step. I felt like I was 80 years old. And I was visiting one of our doctors on a call for marketing, and in her office, she actually had Pilates equipment. And I've always been intrigued. I've seen pictures of performers, and it's like, oh, what does that do? That looks exciting and scary at the same time. And so I finished my business call, and I said, so do you think you could help me with my knee? And she said, of course I can. And so I started seeing one of her Pilates instructors there, and then she sold her practice and moved to San Francisco.
Oh.
So by chance, I bought a Groupon for a group class. And I came here to the studio, Pilates for Life here in Allen. And I remember the first day that I came here, it's an old house, and I had to walk up the 3 steps. I walk up the 3 steps, which step, get up to the top, and I read, please use other door. And I lost my mind. It's like, what? I've got to walk down these steps, and then I've got to walk across grass, which that's kind of scary if you don't have stability in your knees, and then walk up those steps. And I almost turned around and left. But it's like, no, you paid for the class, you're going to go to the class. So I came in, and it was life-changing. Not that class.
Okay.
But over years, I was like, okay, this is something that I could do, because I could have positive movement experience without being in pain.
Okay.
And they worked with me where I was from, and then I started getting stronger and stronger, and to the point where when they started offering a class for teacher certification, I thought, what the heck? I'd like to learn. Let me try that. Now, I was a band nerd. I can march. That Some of the words you would have never heard come out of my mouth is, "Oh my God, I love that exercise." Or, "Man, I have not got to exercise this week and I can feel it." Never,
Ooh,
never,
wow.
never.
I haven't been there yet.
Exactly.
I haven't gotten there yet.
That first weekend, it was 6 months of 1 weekend a month,
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday all day.
All right.
So 16 hours over the weekend. And I remember that first weekend, it was 16 hours of exercise. And it just hit me. It's like, oh my God. So if we weren't teaching, we were being taught.
Okay.
So you're either teaching or you're doing. And I spent the whole weekend working out. I'm like, what have I done? I don't know.
Well, my first question is, on Monday morning, were you sore?
I was sore, but I wasn't debilitated.
Okay.
Have you ever gone to the gym and you worked out where
you couldn't move, or you hurt?
You pause and you, do I really have to go to the bathroom?
No. I'm not moving.
Right. So no, that was the crazy thing, is I felt great.
Yes.
And I work out like 5 or 6 times a week. And it's amazing. It's amazing what I could do, because there was the test out where you had like 26 different exercises that we had to do, and that you're being graded on them, and I was able to do them.
So for anybody who's looking for an alternative versus going to the gym with the muscle boys, right, and lifting weights and all that, this is, what is this, a resistance? I don't,
It is. It's supportive and resistive at the same time.
Okay.
It's assistive and resistive. So if you are weak in a certain area, the equipment can help you achieve a strength.
Okay.
Or it can be challenging. So you can be really strong and still get a challenging workout. So we have ladies who come in here who have osteoporosis, who have stenosis, they have scoliosis, and they're able to walk and move and get stronger. We have NFL football players who come in, and those guys, their muscles have muscles.
Right.
And they will leave sweating and have a great workout.
But it's a different kind of workout than when you're using the weights and all that. It uses different muscles depending on the exercise you're using?
Correct. Okay. Pilates really trains you from the inside out. You have 2 muscles. You have global muscles and stabilizer muscles, the local muscles. Okay. Local muscles would be like your bicep. You go to pick something up. Right. This big boy helps you pick it up. The stabilizers hold everything into where it's supposed to be. So everything in your shoulder is where it's supposed to be. So when you go to pick up, you can pick that thing up without hurting your shoulder. Okay. Lots of shoulder injuries happen because the shoulder's out of place when you go to pick up something, and then.
So it helps in all those areas. So it helps people who normally might go through PT, physical therapy. This can be a form of physical therapy. Yes? No?
I really look at it as bridging between physical therapy and wellness. Okay. Physical therapist will work with your specific problem according to what the orders are from your doctor. Okay. But with the sad thing is, with insurance, you're usually limited to maybe 6 or 8 visits with a PT, just depending. So you're not really ready to go back and get back to it, but you can't go to your PT anymore. Right. So I think Pilates really bridges
that gap. So Michelle's going to be doing a program on Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. Yes.
Which, that's something new for me too.
Is that 8, 7? What time is it?
I think it's at 7.
Okay.
Or 7.
So there'll be a Pilates class at Dare to Grow, Texas. So if you've never experienced it before, and you're curious about it, then you can do it at Dare to Grow, which also means that you're going to stay at the hotel Friday night. Yeah, and we're going to encourage you to stay on Friday night so that you get a taste of everything, especially if you're Miss Trendmaker, because for Miss Trendmaker, we've got a cocktail party on Friday night to meet all the speakers,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So what is it that you would like everybody to know?
Well,
really?
the Saturday morning, there will not be equipment there,
Right.
but it'll be just a mat Pilates class. But you'll leave feeling taller, you're breathing better, and you'll feel refreshed and ready for the day. What I would love is if you've ever had a thought that maybe I need to do something, but I don't know what, Pilates might be it. If you feel like your balance isn't where it has been in the past, Pilates is the answer, and we can help you with that. We meet you where you are and build you up from there. Like I said, it's been life-changing for myself. I recently went on a whitewater rafting trip, and because I felt physically strong that I could handle that, and I did, and it was a blast. Never my wildest dreams.
I won't do that.
I would have never.
Yeah.
And like my husband was like, well, I'm gonna go. It was a girls' trip, and he's like, I just don't see you doing that. And it was like, well, sorry, I'm not. Better bet I'm doing it now. Yes. But it was scary and fun all at the same time.
Yeah, I have a fear of water. I almost drowned when I was 8. So I still have, I go swimming, I'll do those kind of things, but anything that might have me fall out of the boat,
right.
I'm not going to do. And I know it's, because I know how to swim, I know I have the life jackets on, but I still have, and I recognize it. Right, as okay, I just don't want to do that. I'll go on the river until y'all hit the rapids, take me off, and do that kind of thing. Let's see what else what is it that, okay, so I didn't realize, I probably did know about the sous chef, I just probably forgot. You got 2 kids, married how many years?
31. 31
years. Living here in the North Dallas, Allen area.
20 years this year.
20 years and that thing. So is there anything else that we don't know about you that you would share?
I'm a grandmother. I have 2 grandsons. The oldest is 9.5. The youngest is 7. Yes.
All right.
So they are both the oldest grandson plays basketball, football, and baseball. Okay. The youngest one started running track. And he had a track meet last Saturday, and he came in first on the 200.
Oh, wonderful. Well, this is what happens when you run out of space on your video camera. Anyway, we didn't talk much longer than that. But I want to thank Michele for spending some time with me in the Pilates studio in Casual. And be sure to join us again on the next The Good Life Show.